Welcome to the NBA. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. First for Los Angeles, CP3 at point with Redick there, the backcourt. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the skyscraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Griffin in at the 4 spot. And then for the Atlanta Hawks, Jeff Teague and Lou Williams, the backcourt. And holding down the middle, a tremendously hard-working and versatile big man out of the Dominican Republic, Al Horford. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Millsap in at the 4 spot. And it's slammed in by Teague. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Yeah, especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He knows a big part of winning this game will come down to how well they can guard Blake Griffin. He said it all comes down to positioning and preventing him from getting inside, both on and off the ball. And guys, he's willing to concede some open jump shots to Griffin to do that. We'll see if Griffin can make him pay for it. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Well, you look at the Clippers, and they clearly are one of the most entertaining teams in the NBA. One of the outstanding team shows you'll see. They have fun, they're up and down. But they're a hard-working group, and a lot of that you have to attribute to their leader, Chris Paul.
Millsap. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
And Redick kicks to Paul. And stolen by Williams. Jumps up. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make...
Hammer time! Wow. Hammer time!
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Last year, Blake's stats were down, but I thought his impact on the floor was about the same. With that said, in order for him to really take the next step, he's got to be able to knock down the perimeter shot with consistency.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. It's Brand with the drive. Off target at the rim. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Rejected by Carroll. There's the feed to Dudley. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one. I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Of course, Blake Griffin played a career low in minutes last season. The team looking to save him for the postseason.
And then, ironically enough, he ends up with a badly sprained ankle during that series with Memphis. So things just didn't go quite well for the Clippers or for Griffin in the playoffs. But they had a great regular season, best record in franchise history.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Collison's out there. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Making a long pass like that is always a risky proposition.
20 seconds left to play here in the first. He feeds it to Carroll. The tray. But they get it back. Passes to Horford. Here's Schroeder, covered by Barnes. Dishes it to Carroll. The pass to Horford. With 2 seconds left. No luck.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy. But
and so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
Well, they're trying to play fast and trying to put the defense on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Both good from the line that time.
The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In the January game against the tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, Doc Rivers, the new head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers, said after last season, quote, there were times last year when they were the best team in the league. So I clearly think this is an extremely talented basketball team. But can we do that now in the postseason as opposed to just the regular season? That'll be the true test, gentlemen.
Yeah, championship mentality, Doris. Good point. Thanks. As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA, but overall, we're a solid offensive team right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score, I mean, there are going to be some nights where everything just misses, and I think that was the case in that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jared Dudley. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. It's Williams with the drive. That is good. And we played through the first minute here in the second. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. The coast-to-coast dunk.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
For a long time, it's been about getting out and running for Atlanta, and that was really one of the strengths of the team last season as well. Really one of the better teams in fast break points in the league.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Collison kicks to Redick. Back to Collison. And he uses the glass on the layups. And for the Hawks, who are so good on the break, ended up third in the league last year in fast break points. Steve, not a surprise with the athletes that team has.
Yeah, but that's changing, Kevin. Josh Smith's departure, I think, is a big blow. They're not as good in transition anymore, but they do have some exciting young talent, young players who can get out and run. So it's going to be interesting over the next couple of seasons to watch this team unfold.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And the Clippers making a change here. Dudley's checked in. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Horford goes in. Outside Teague. Kicks it to Horford. He dishes it to Brand. Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
The Hawks leading by 3. Outside Williams. Back to Brand. He kicks it to Horford. Teague left side. And the layup falls. Teague's got his second bucket tonight.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Knocked away. And they're on the break. There's Williams with the 3. It's rebounded by Redick. Teague against Paul. Griffin dishes to Paul. Reddick passes to Griffin. Paul. There's the three. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, he's trying to get a hand in his face, but you really can't foul the three-point shooter.
You sure can, Steve. I mean, you've got to be able to defend and challenge the three without fouling. Now he gets 3 free throws.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
3 from the inbound. Can't get it to go.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Hawks lead by 4. Make sure you stay tuned for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. Then we'll be back here right after that for the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
The weekend is in full swing on a Saturday night. Glad to have you along with us. Out in Atlanta, it's the Hawks taking care of business against the Clippers. They've been relentless attacking the rim, dominating in points in the paint, and the bodies down low have been banging away. Lewis Williams bringing his A-game tonight. He has 6 points, and on the defensive side of the floor, he's definitely been contributing with some focus.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
The difference between being a dominant or a good team and mediocrity is the ability to win on the road. The Clippers secured their spot as one of the NBA's elite teams last season because they showed the ability to get it done on the road.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, the Clippers owe a lot of their success to how they bonded with team chemistry. Chris Paul said, quote, "It matters a lot when you really, truly care about somebody. You'll dive on the floor for them. You'll run through that screen for them. You really genuinely care how they feel. It just means a little bit more." That was certainly evident in how they played last year, as well as how they interacted. We'll see if they can keep that same fun going this year, guys.
You have plenty of camaraderie in that locker room. Thanks, Doris. That's good. And the Clippers with one of the better road records in the Western Conference last year, going 24-17. Steve actually tied for the second most road wins in the West, only behind the Thunder.
And believe it or not, Kevin, it's the first time the Clippers franchise has ever had a winning record on the road. Actually, I do believe that when you think back to Clipper history. But I'll tell you what, it's a team on the rise and a very interesting club to watch.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Here's Millsap. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, but that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you said it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Los Angeles making a switch here. 1:56 left in the third quarter.
Hawks were pretty solid against the Western Conference, splitting the 30 games they played, 15-15. And if you do that against the West, when you're an Eastern Conference team, usually you're going to make the playoffs, and the Hawks did as a 6th seed.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. That one misses. And for the Hawks. Oh, look out! Oh, wow!
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. He just is one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Dudley. That is his first foul of the game. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Cunningham kicks to Teague. They get a hand on it.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many. Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Redick with the 3. Excellent D there from Williams. The Hawks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And it's Brand with the jam.
This has really become an intense ball game ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
Paul dishes to Dudley. Back to Paul. Off target with his 3. The Hawks leading. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
T kicks to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. And it's 8 points for Lou Williams.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it. And I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
So, for the Clippers. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Now here's Millsap. Pass to Carey. Here's Schroeder. Beyond the arc. Shot is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Hawks on top. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Well, they're in great position here, and it's thanks in large parts of their three-point shooting.
You called that right. They are lighting it up from behind the arc this half.
Here's Mullins, and he banks in the layup.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Byron Mullins gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Byron Mullins. That's tipped. Jenkins the pass to Corbin. Here's the break. Here's Barnes. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, he's an effort player, Kevin, a guy who competes defensively, willing to take on the opponent's best player, and runs the floor. A little bit erratic at times, but very scrappy, and you know what he's going to bring in terms of energy.
Yeah, he plays with an aggressive mentality. Does a great job on the boards. Lou Williams is checked in for Atlanta. Barnes hits them both. The Hawks shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Korver dishes to Horford, and the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That is his first foul of the game. Jared Dudley's checked in for Los Angeles. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Williams gets to Korver. And Griffin sends it back. Crawford against T. And the slam by Blake Griffin. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Steve?
Yeah, that's right, guys. The lead has now changed hands 5 times.
And the Clippers making a change here. Redick is checked in. Stolen by Dudley. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Redick with the bucket. And now a 3-point Clipper lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Gets it to go.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're losing by 5. 1:15 left in the fourth. So, for the Clippers, Collins is checked in, and it's Byron Mullins in for Blake Griffin. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
But they'll get another chance. Williams passes to Korver. Williams dishes to Korver. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Uses the glass to finish the list.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
There's the dish to T. Williams, defended by Redick. Tipped away, off his leg, and it's being called a kickball. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Collison kicks to Hollins. Redick. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Money!
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this one is far from over. If they can get a quick score here and then a fast foul as well.
I'll tell you what, free throws become tougher with the game on the line, so a few missed ones here, and they could get right back in it.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Byron Mullins. Williams for 3. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket. Desperate.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Atlanta's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Back to Teague. He passes to Brand. He's off from 3. Williams with 3. Off target from downtown. He makes the first of 3, and that brings them within 2 here. He makes the second free throw, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that ties the game up.
I'll tell you what, you can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Five seconds left to play here in the fourth. Back to Paul for the win. Oh, he got it!
Knock it